Fantastic. So, comrades, brothers, sisters, let's see the hands in the air. Let's see the applause. Now for Quan Nguyen, climate activist. Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a really, really great honor to be on here, and it's such an encouraging sign that the trade union and workers' movement is inviting the climate movement to speak on such an important day. And this is really, really great and really encouraging for me and everyone in the climate movement. And yeah, thank you for all the speakers so far. This is a really hard act to follow up on. But yeah, my name's Wung. I've been active in Extinction Rebellion Scotland, and I've been one of the initiators of Climate Camp Scotland, which sadly will not take place. And we planned this year to challenge government and fossil fuel corporations, but also to support local communities here in Scotland who live on the front line of fossil fuel industry. And we plan to support the Mossmoran community who live near an ethylene plant run by Exxon and Shell, who just every time they can't sell gas, they have to burn it, which is as such already really silly. But the flame from that burning is so big that you can see it from Edinburgh. And yeah, the local community is just horrified by these kind of things, and they have been affected for years and years, have been complaining, and no one has heard their concerns. And they had sleep disturbances, noise disturbances, but also throat issues, breathing issues, asthma has come up, which is in these times especially concerning, as you can all probably understand. So yeah, sadly, this won't be happening, but we will keep pushing this. And this again shows that there's quite a lot of structural similarities between COVID-19 and the climate crisis, because both globally and nationally here in Scotland, both climate change and COVID-19 will hit those already worst off the hardest. And communities like in Mossmoran are gonna take the hardest hit from all of this. And here in Scotland, there's loads and loads of workers who've been made expendable. Poor people, ethnic minority workers, frontline workers are going to be hit hardest by COVID-19, and the same will be true about climate change and in the fossil fuel industries. So, and as you may have already heard, there is a mass culling again going on in the Scottish oil industry. For years, we've been told that the Scottish oil industry is so important for Scotland, is so vital for the communities, and now every time there's a crisis, they fire thousands of their contractors who've not had workers' protections, who have been made redundant without any protections. And the local communities in Scotland are going to suffer as a result. So this is not acceptable. And it's also not acceptable for the fossil fuel industry and the governments to use COVID-19 as an excuse for these kind of behavior. Like the Scottish government has paused climate legislations. Corporations are firing people, laying them off, while still paying dividends to their shareholders. Scottish government has paused Scottish Environmental Protection Agency's investigation into Mossmoran, which is especially concerning with all the health issues going on in the community. So yeah, these kind of things are not okay, and we need to keep the pressure up on both corporations and the government that these issues can't be forgotten about. It's quite depressing, but I think this is also like a really big chance for the climate movement and the trade union movement to stand together and to link up. This is a one-time chance we have, because we can't afford to be divided at this really, really crucial time. We have to push for a way to transform the economy and to something more sustainable, because we can't really keep, whether it's the energy sector or any other sector, we can't just like go on with a system that just collapses every 10 years or so, every time something happens and fires half of its workforce. That's unsustainable, that's unjust, and that's endangering people's livelihoods in the hardest of times. So yeah, and I think this is also an opportunity to think about how we want to organize our economy more fundamentally. So especially in the energy sector, should we run energy for profit, or should we have democratic public control over things like oil, gas, wind, energy in general? Should that not serve communities? Should that really serve the interests of some billionaires who ship their money off to some place we've never heard of? Or should that be in the hands of the people and the communities? So that's a thing that is worth fighting for, and we can only do that together. The climate movement needs the labor movement, and the labor movement needs the climate movement for this. So this is a one-time opportunity you can use. So let's not let the government and the corporations use this as an excuse. Let's not let them get away with it, and let's try to build links and stand together on this crisis. Thank you very much.
Oh.